Hey there, how's everybody doing today? This is Bruce. Welcome to the channel. This is a follow-up video to a collection that I just acquired, vintage Star Wars figures. I've been slowly going through this collection and cleaning them up a few at a time. So I'm going to go over this with you, and I don't know if I have time to really put in the before and after pictures. So probably the best thing to do is just to kind of go back through and take a look at the previous video, which a lot of you guys have commented on, and I've had a lot of views on it. Really appreciate you checking everything out, checking out my video. So without further ado, we shall move forward here. And I don't know if I'm going to spin all these around or not so you can see the year, but I don't know if my camera will focus in. So we're just going to start off with Princess Leia here. And again, if you looked at the previous video, you would see that all of these characters were very dirty. It was hard to tell what kind of shape they were in. They looked like they were going to be pretty good. And so far they have been pretty good, actually. So one of the big problems with Princess Leia, from what I've seen, is that her eyes and eyebrow and hair sometimes have little marks on them. I still have a little bit of dirt on these I have to get off. I just went through real quick and did a quick cleaning with some soap and some Q-tips, but she looks pretty good there. She's got her weapon. We'll jump over to one of the clone troopers here, and these guys were super filthy, but they cleaned up really well. And again, I still have to go through and do some touch-up cleaning. I guess I will go ahead and maybe try to get some close-ups here. Okay, so that's a General Mills also, it looks like. So I think wasn't sure about the clone troopers, but I'm pretty sure Princess Leia, Darth Vader, Han Solo, Luke Skywalker, Chewbacca. No, I think it's Princess Leia. I don't even remember, but some of these are first editions, or the mail-aways, I think, is what they were actually called. So, you guys can comment below. That's something I should really know. I actually had all of these figures when I was a kid, and my parents let my little brother play with all of my stuff, and they all disappeared, which I'm very sad about because I had a ton of them, and I took care of my stuff. I didn't have the original packaging like I do these days, but I did have them. I did have all the weapons, and I took care of them, and I had them all in shoe boxes. So far these look like General Mill. I am going to spin her around. Somebody told me today, or somebody commented today, that one way you can tell if their weapons are real is if they float or don't float. I don't know if anybody has anything they can add to that. Yep. And I'm trying to be very careful with these. Let's see, her gun just fell. There it is, her blaster. And I'll tell you why here in a minute. I could just really really upset. Alright, this is Clone Trooper number 4. You can see they're in pretty good shape. A couple of them, their eyes, I guess they're not too bad, but a couple of them, their eyes are a little faded. And I didn't want to use a toothbrush or anything on these because now that one has 1977 all the way down at the bottom. All the other ones had 1977 on the first line. So I don't know what the difference is, if any. All right. I guess we'll go ahead and hop over here to Darth Vader. And he's in pretty good shape. I'm going to probably send these off to get graded. I have to clean them a little bit more. Now, the one thing I'm a little disappointed on with him, I think he's got some paint missing, unfortunately. So that kind of sucks. I don't know what that's going to do on the grade. I don't know if there's any way to buff these, like, you know how you get a scratch on your car and you can buff them. But that would be pretty cool if you could. I don't know if anybody has a suggestion on that either. I don't want to touch up because they'll be able to see that. Oh, shoot. What happened? Of course, my battery's going low. All right. I'm really afraid to do any kind of drastic bends or anything to the capes. All right, this is the small head Han Solo. This is the first release Han Solo, and he's in really good shape. I don't know if he has any color loss at all. I don't know what that is on his butt. Hopefully it's just a little smudge I have to clean. Maybe Princess Leia slapped him. Okay, we'll go over here to Chewbacca. And he looks really good also. So he's all one color. I guess there's variations on the Chewbacca's. And he's all one color and he's in good shape also. And looks like he's one of the early ones. These all came from the same owner. I think that this person had them since he was a kid. I'm on a video. Here's Luke Skywalker. And this one's cool because he's got the double sword. And he's in, look at that. So this is the most valuable one, I think, out of the whole set. Blonde-haired Luke Skywalker. And he's in good shape. Again, I still have to clean these up a little. But it looks pretty good. What do you guys think about getting these graded? You think I would be wise to do that? All right, here's Boba Fett. Now, what's up with the... I just saw one sell on eBay. It said the helmet was painted. And I took pictures of it, and I have to compare it to this one. But I was just curious, is this... do they all look like this one? And I was also wondering if this is the lighter green or the darker green version. And if anybody knows, comment below on that. Unfortunately, it's not the firing rocket, but it is, it's a Hong Kong. Jeez. Oh, actually, I think that red helmet one, the thing I saw on eBay, I think it was Taiwan, but I don't know. Maybe there's a Hong Kong variant. So this is 1979, which I don't remember. I know he didn't come out in 77, so I don't know if that's the first one of him or not. Comment below and let me know. Also, let me know on that painted helmet deal. All right, so there's two variations of this guy, I guess, and I don't know. Fortunately or unfortunately, I think I have the lesser value variation, but it is the first run of this guy. So this other version is the hollow tubes coming out of his face. It's worth more money, I guess. But I like the idea that this is a first version. At least it probably is. I don't know. 1977, yep. So it's in very good shape. All of these are in very, very good shape. I mean, I'm pretty sure that somebody had them in a case their whole collection, the whole time they were collecting them. All right, and now a sad story with this guy. This is the white-haired version. There's a couple different versions of this. This is the white-haired version. And really, really sharp condition. Looked great. And notice if you were listening, I said looked great. But unfortunately, when I was cleaning him, I kind of bent the cape a little bit, and when I bent the cape, it bent the tip of the lightsaber. So now the lightsaber is, and I haven't looked real close, I think it's kind of broke on one side. So it's like broke on one side, hanging on the other, and I'm very upset about that, because this was, I mean, what kills me, anytime something gets messed up, I always tell my kids, or if someone's working with me and they break something, I'm like, that thing was made back in the 1920s or 1970s, and it's been perfectly fine until it got into our hands, or until you touched it, or until I touched it. And now all of a sudden it's broken or destroyed or messed up. And that always bothers me, because these were in such, they were dirty, like I said, but they were in such great condition, and somebody took care of them all this time. And I got my hands on it, and I'm the one that screwed it up. So is there any way to fix this? If I get it graded, Do I just let it go like it is? Or I don't want to modify it. I don't want to put any kind of glue on it or anything. Or will they just ding me too much to where it won't matter? I mean, I guess the thing would be to preserve it anyway. And hopefully it won't fall off in the case at any time in the future. All right, so I haven't cleaned any of these other figures yet. I did start working on R2-D2. He's very dirty. You can see where I've cleaned and where I haven't cleaned. He requires a lot of detail. That's how dirty all of these were. You see how brown that crud is in there? That's how dirty all of these figures were. Now, R2-D2 is going to be a little more difficult. Fortunately, his sticker looks okay. I'm going to try to just rub it off with some cotton swabs, no chemicals or anything like that. I might take them apart. That way I can detail his legs a little bit better. I've seen where people soak the legs in hydrogen peroxide, I think, but I don't want to do that because I don't want to take a chance damaging the paint. So I'll probably just go ahead and detail the white the best I can, maybe with some sanitizer. Here you go. This is a good example. Well, this guy's actually not even as dirty as the rest of them, but you can just see the difference here in the color. He's actually cleaner than all the others. But I haven't cleaned any of these other guys yet. I have to be very careful on this guy and also C3PO, because I don't want to have any issues with the color fading off on the, not chrome, but on the, whatever the metallic paint is. I don't want to have any issues with that. This is 1978.